Big Time Weep Dab back again, and today I have a question. What the hell is going on with Demons of the Shadow Realm? A new series for the spring 2026 anime season, Daemons of the Shadow Realm is a high-octane, dark fantasy adventure brought to us by the god herself, Arakawa, aka the mind behind one of the most influential mangas/animes ever conceived, Full Metal Alchemist. What Bones is giving us is just really incredible and full of fluid animations. The style and pacing is reminiscent of that last season of FMA Brotherhood, and it's really easy to tell how much love and energy is being placed in
The
this
most dangerous, a beast slayer, a conqueror's conqueror, the goat of all goats, so that they say at the end of the match, the ultimate needle mover.
One of the best parts of the series overall has to be the character design. It definitely has that very distinct and classic Arakawa feel. There's definitely a whimsy and fun nostalgia that permeates the series, harkening back to a time in your life where maybe you didn't have so many responsibilities and were able to just easily fall in love with all the world being presented. Set in a world with totems that grant humans the ability to control supernatural entities known as Daemons, the series follows the journey of twins Yuru and Asa, who were separated from a young age and must make their way back to each other. Along the way, they learn of the prophesized abilities to control all Daemons and eventually discover that they must unite to save the world from destruction. Before we get too far in this video, do me a favor and like and subscribe if you're still here. I would really appreciate it. Every like and every subscription definitely goes a long way. Thank you. Arakawa does what she does best and really delivers on her world building. The pacing of the episodes so far have been fantastic, and it's easily another out of the park home run for Bones. I have to give it to Daemons of the Shadow Realms because although it would be easy to compare Yuru and Asa to a certain other brotherly duo in a previous Arakawa work, there is enough in these new characters that it really doesn't feel like we're treading old ground. I don't want to give too much away because I genuinely believe watching the chaos of Daemons of the Shadow Realms firsthand is a so necessary part of enjoying it. But keep in mind, the twist that is present in the first episode is so subversive and such a gore-filled fun time. If you haven't already experienced this show, please pick it up. One of the best parts of FMA was its ability to insert comedy into its very dense world, and I'm so happy to report the same is true for this series. I'm finding the back and forth between Yuru and his demons left and right to really be fun, and it helps bring a breath of brevity to a series when things get a little too serious. Daemons of the Shadow Realm really leans heavily into the adventure fantasy genres, with Yuru mostly being a hunter. However, there is definitely a more supernatural element to the story. Daemons are sort of familiar, originally explained to be something close to ghosts, monsters, aberrants, and in this world they most often appear in pairs. For the main character, Yuru, we have left and right, Daemon siblings with enough power to rip down quote-unquote sky dragons. Again, I'm trying to avoid spoilers for you because what the fuck, you just need to experience yourself. Daemons are categorized into different types: the gods that live among people and are rarely seen, and the yokai type, which is the more common of the two types. All daemons that are summoned often have totem forms such as right and left, and their appearance can vary based on their master. To summon daemons, you must make a contract, often involving the summoner's blood. It is possible though to make multiple contracts with the totems, but oddly enough, the one thing you really have to check out for is that everybody's compatible in the party. Yes, you could have multiple daemon contracts, but if they don't like each other, it's not going to happen, bruh. So far, we only know of two ways to break a contract. The master must die, or there must be a living transfer, which is almost like a living will that dictates the next master for the daemons in question. And with all that being said, that's what's going on with Daemons of the Shadow Realm. If you haven't already given it a chance, please do. It's a really great story so far, and really, if this spring 2026 anime lineup wasn't so stacked, I really think it would be a contender for anime of the year. I know, that is a really big thing to say, but this is a really solid story and a really solid anime. In fact, to be quite honest with you, I have been reading this manga since it started, and it is quite honestly my favorite quote-unquote next project for a big mangaka. We have so many fun things going on in this story and coming to the series. Give it a chance. I don't think you'll regret it. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like and all that jazz. This has been Big Time Weeb Dad, and I am out of here. Bye.
魔を命を差し出せ。